bail continues to fail us on both ends of the spectrum, and it's deeply embedded into the culture.
Cash bail is at the forefront of discussion about the criminal justice system in Pima County, especially after the arrest and subsequent release of a domestic violence suspect who left Zariah Moreno on life support earlier this week.
In an exclusive interview with 13 News, Pima County Attorney Laura Conover is responding to questions surrounding her team's handling of the cash bail process at initial hearings. 13 News reporter Sean Mahoney sat down with Conover and joins us with more from that interview. Sean.
Yeah, well, Dan, Mary, after speaking with local attorneys yesterday, some of the biggest questions surrounding Zariah Moreno's case involved how much was the prosecution's recommended bail and what information did the judge have at the time of the ruling. Today, Pima County Attorney Laura Conover is clearing up what led up to this and speaking out on a system she believes leads to incidents like these.
Once again, we have a case, and so many examples where we find the initial appearance system to be lacking.
After 25-year-old Angelito Olivas was released on a $2,500 bond, Pima County Attorney Laura Conover is pointing the finger at the county's initial hearing system as to why a full picture of the incident may not have been able to reach the presiding judge. So I had her take me through exactly what happened.
You walk me through the process of when Olivas was arrested to when he was seen in those initial hearings at the Pima County Jail.
Conover says the time from when Olivas was arrested to his initial hearing was only in a matter of hours.
Our prosecutor used what limited information he had and made a very earnest argument to try to have the suspect held in custody using the only system we have, which is right now under state law, the cash bail system.
Contrary to analysis of an interim complaint, Conover said that the prosecution recommended the judge give a $10,000 bond.
Given the limited information that we had, our prosecutor strenuously argued for a $10,000 bond, and the judge chose his $2,500 bond, which he was able to pay and be released.
So why did the judge decide to lower the bond? Conover says it may have come down to a lack of information in these initial hearings. A big key in this case was, according to pretrial service analysis, the judge did not know Moreno was in the hospital at the time of the hearing.
The initial appearance happens so quickly. There was very little time for law enforcement to fully assess the evidence they have, to give the judge a full picture of what's going on.
Conover told me because of this, she has fought to expand the time between the initial arrest and initial hearings to allow for more sound bail decisions.
Really undermines our ability to have a thoughtful process for what is arguably the most important hearing of an entire case. Whether the defendant is in or out of custody will shape the rest of the prosecution.
Now, Conover says she could not go into detail about the specifics of the case, but could refer to the bond since it was discussed in previous reporting. In addition to the initial hearing reform she mentioned, Conover and her team are trying to educate judges and other members of law enforcement on signs of violent offenders so that they can give the judge more information to make those subsequent bail amounts. Reporting live in studio, Sean Mahoney, 13 News.